corners as we get them. Oh, the teams are on opposite sides from where I put them. So we will be switching that. Just give me a second. All right, Belgium in Belgium colors and Australia with a beautiful grab on the quaffle right off the brooms up. Still getting through, but just can't get past that defense, and it's no goal. And Australia looking for another push through, and they get it this time. It is 10-0 for Australia. And once I get their names swapped, I will put that on the scoreboard. Australia on the offense again. With Belgium taking it up nice and slow now. All right, we have the teams on the correct side. And we're moving forward. A beautiful tackle attempt from Australia, but they couldn't quite get it. But their beaters have successfully defended the quaffle, and it is a keeper ball. Belgium's kit, beautiful red, black, and yellow, matching their flag. Belgium teams seem to have beautiful kit everywhere. I am currently wearing a Belgium team's jersey from Leaf, the Liege Leviathans. Their jerseys are absolutely gorgeous and fit me like a glove. Alright, but my fashion sense aside, we have another push forward from Australia, and they have scored! It is 20-0 for Australia. Our lovely goal ref is fixing the hoop while Belgium goes on the offensive. Well, they're not offensive. Goes on the offense. Australia with bludger control. Looking to get that bludger control. Oh, Belgium has got bludger control on a rogue bludger throw from Team Australia. They missed a hit against a Belgian chaser and lost bludger control. There are 3 bludgers in play at all times. Bludger control is when your 2 beaters both have a bludger while the other team only has 1. This gives you a very strong advantage in being able to remove the opponent's players from play, either on offense or on defense. In defense, you can remove passing options from the quaffle players, and you can remove the person bringing the quaffle up, being able to force a turnover by making the quaffle player drop the quaffle. And Australia has scored again. It is 30-0 to Australia. Australia has retrieved bludger control. Not entirely sure how. I didn't see it. I was busy watching the goal, but Australia's beaters are doing a very good job being very aggressive, getting those balls back, maintaining bludger control as much as they can. But there are now 2 bludgers loose, and Belgium has scored. It is 30-10 for Australia. Belgium staying within snitch range here in the early minutes of our fourth game of the live stream here in Frankfurt, Germany at the 2016 IQA Quidditch World Cup. Australia going for the hard shot from outside the keeper zone and scores 40-10 to Australia. Pulling just out of range again. And when you hear me talk about range, I am talking about snitch range. The snitch will be released at 17 minutes into the game. And at 18 minutes, the seekers for each team, a 7th player for each team, will be released onto the pitch. They will be seen wearing yellow headbands, and their goal is to remove the snitch, a tennis ball in a sock attached to the back of the snitch runner's shorts. From the snitch runner's shorts, the seeker needs to remove that ball and sock from the shorts to get 30 points for their team and end the game. And Belgium has scored in a very nice pass across the pitch. A successful dodge through the Australian defense to get that hoop. The score is 40-20. Very close game here in the early minutes. Australia misses the pass. Very good defense here from Belgium, but just can't quite keep all of Australia under wraps. We have a goal, but we do have a brooms down on the play. There might be a penalty. There is a penalty. Yellow card going to number 16 for Belgium for something. Oh. The penalty is for tackling a player who did not have a ball. That is a big no-no. You were naughty, Mr. 16. But the goal is good, and the penalty time is commuted because of the goal. A yellow card does mean 1 minute in the box unless the other team scores. When the other team scores on the same play that the penalty is committed, that goal counts as ending that 1 minute of penalty time. And so the penalty time effectively becomes 0. Belgium looking to make back that goal. Beautiful work by the Belgian keeper. Dodging through every Australian chaser and the keeper and putting it right in the back of the hoop. Of course, there is no back or front, particularly of the hoops, to put it in since they don't have a net attached to them. So back of the hoop really doesn't make any sense, but Australia has brought it back and responded in kind. The score is 60-30 to Australia. This is a very exciting, very quick match here. All right, Belgium moving the ball forward, looking to keep this momentum going, and Belgian beater looking to take out all the competition, doing so quite effectively. And the keeper again passes to a chaser who can't quite get it through and is tackled. But there is a penalty call potentially on the play, and it is a brooms down. And there is a penalty on the play. Australian penalty for something. sure what's happening. A yellow card was given, but the player hasn't left the field. Okay, the player is leaving the field. It is a yellow card for sliding to Australia's chaser. Belgium scores immediately after the broom's up, ending the penalty time and bringing our score to 60-40 for Team Australia. Australia's team, also known as the Drop Bears. Australia looking to push through here for a hoop, and it is good. It is 70-40 for Australia. Very high scoring game here. Very fast. Lots of intense beater game going on as well. That was a beautiful dodge of that tackle. Couldn't quite get it on the hoop. Australia looking at the breakaway, decided against a beautiful block from the Belgian keeper. Number 777. And he is subbing off. Well, Belgium goes on offense, looking to continue to close the gap. And Belgium on the offensive. We had a bit of a shirt pull there, but it wasn't called. Beautiful tackle, but Belgium keeps control of the quaffle. And it's a pass, but there was no one there to take it. And Australia looking for the punting through the hoop, but couldn't quite get it on target. That is a valid way to score, although it is very challenging and not recommended. A player is allowed to kick a ball that they're allowed to interact with once. So chasers and keepers, the white and green headbands, are allowed to kick the quaffle, the white and blue ball that is currently in the hand of number 1 on Team Belgium. The beaters, the 2 players on each team with a black headband, are allowed to kick a bludger. Bludgers are the other 3 balls on the pitch. However, you cannot kick a bludger while you are holding another bludger. That counts as interacting with 2 balls at once. And a beautiful play by Team Belgium, but blocked by the Australian chasers. Australia going back on offense here. Slowing it down. Belgium with bludger control, but they have lost it already. The beater game very intense and very quick here in the 4th game of our live stream of the 2016 IQA Quidditch World Cup in Frankfurt, Germany. The sun looks like it's considering coming out, but there's a wind trying to tell it not to. Or maybe they're just arguing. Either way, it is shaping up to be a beautiful day. The cloud cover is making it nice and cool, unlike yesterday where it was above 30 degrees all day. Australia couldn't quite get it, but they do get it on the rebound for a goal. 80-40 for Australia. And Belgium is moving it forward. Now that both of their beaters had been beat out, they slowed down their quaffle play to get some bludger support. And now they're pushing through. Going for the run behind and pass to the front, but it's intercepted by the Australian chaser. Australia looking at his options. Passes to number 13. I have just remembered that I do have a list of who all of the players are on Team Australia, but I don't have that list for any other team. So I'm going to avoid preferential treatment for Australia just because the chairman of Quidditch Australia was nice enough to give me that list. There is a fight over the ball, but the Australian chaser is beat, and it is now a keeper ball to Team Belgium. Belgium with bludger control, keeping one back for defense, and moving forward with number 8, looking to help their offense by removing some of the defensive chasers. And we have a headband falling off in that tackle. Pass back, and Belgium resets. Beautiful catch by the Australian beater. Australia taking back bludger control. The bludger game is almost too fast to follow. Control going back and forth so fast. Belgium just couldn't quite get it through the hoop again. And the ball is loose, and Belgium takes it, but resets to get a cohesive attack together. That was a good decision by number 16 to pass back to the keeper. There was no room for a hero run there, and Belgium just misses, and it's a keeper ball. The only difference here really in score is accuracy. Both teams having really strong offense and defense, but Australia just has better accuracy on the hoops and is able to get it through for those hoops like you just saw. Pulling ahead again, 90-40. Belgium moving the ball forwards. Belgium looking to close the gap. They're 50 points behind right now. They need to be at least 30 points behind to get overtime, 20 or less for anything if they want to win on the snitch grab. The snitch is worth 30 points to whichever team catches it and does end the game. And there is a delayed penalty call on that play. You will notice Team Ref will have their hand up at some time during the game. A hand in the air means that a penalty has happened, but they are allowing advantage to continue till the end of the play. But the Australian beater, number 21, has gotten a yellow card for something. I apologize, I was paying attention to the quaffle game. Oh. Okay, we have an update from the other pitches. The UK has beat Austria by some amount. We do not have a score for it, but we do have a very rough tackle. Australia knowing what he did wrong immediately and walking off. Australia now down 2 players. a beater and a chaser. Both to yellow cards. Belgium now with bludger control and an extra chaser. But Australia is still managing to get an effective attack in there. Belgium using their player advantage, pushing through. Just can't quite get it on target. And we have another stop on the play. I believe something happened to the quaffle. We are getting a replacement quaffle. Yes. This is the second ball that has been destroyed today, at least. But we are replacing the quaffle at the moment. That is why play has stopped. Belgium sidelines bringing water to their players. Score is 90-40 for Australia. Australia has 2 players in the penalty box at the moment, both on yellow cards. Don't know exactly what the calls were. I believe the second one was for a tackle from behind. Snitch has been released, which means we're over 17 minutes into the game. The Seekers will be released at 18 minutes, and we will probably be seeing some defensive seeking from Belgium as they try to close the gap between them and Australia before catching the Snitch to either bring overtime or a win. Both of Australia's penalties are over now. They're back up to a full team and knocking over the hoop instead of actually getting it through. And the Seekers are released, as is the sun. The sun coming out in honor of the yellow headbands that the Seekers are wearing. So you can see number 6, the Seeker for Belgium, is standing with the Snitch, making no attempt to catch, as a catch at this point would lose Belgium the game, as they are 50 points behind and the Snitch is only worth 30. Australian Seeker looking to get past the Seeker defense and get past the Snitch. We have a very strong Snitch today. We will have a potentially very, very good Snitch game happening in this game today. And it's an Australian keeper ball. Refs have decided not to stop play. Australia pushing through, looking to widen the gap that they have, but not quite. A beautiful save from the Belgian keeper. You saw there one of the other advantages of the keeper. The keeper is allowed to put their hand through the hoop to stop a goal. Chasers cannot do so. The sun has unfortunately played around with our white balance. Turns out that when you add light to the world, things get brighter. So we will do our best to keep our white balance so that players aren't just beacons of white. Belgium just can't quite get it through the hoop, and it's an Australian keeper ball. We have confirmation that last round the U.S. beat Brazil 210 to 0. Star, for those just tuning in, means that the U.S. caught the snitch. That is a decisive victory for the U.S., but not entirely surprising. The U.S. is the largest market for Quidditch at the moment, with hundreds of teams and thousands of players to pull from. And Australia has scored. It is 100 to 40. And we have a brooms down. Now, as I was saying, the U.S. is the largest area for Quidditch at the moment. Hundreds of teams, thousands of players to pull from for their national team. Brazil, much further to go to get here. The goal is good, and it is a keeper ball to Belgium. Brazil has only been able to bring 7 players this weekend, and so has no substitutes, which against a team like Team USA is death. That I do not envy Team Brazil that game. And I'm sure the score does not accurately reflect the heart and dedication that those 7 Brazilian players put into that match. So, back to the game at hand. Team Australia on the offense, and they have scored again. It is 110 to 40. And we have an injury on Team Belgium. Our wonderful first aid person, Yana, has come to the pitch. And in the meantime, we show you the beautiful crowd gathered here in Frankfurt at the 2016 IQA Quidditch World Cup. I am your host, Willow Rosenberg, at HackerWitch on Twitter. You can find us at the hashtag Quidditch World Cup, where you can find scores from other games and potentially even live tweets from other pitches. I know that the Quidditch Post is hosting live tweets from their various worldwide Twitter accounts for games that are not being streamed. So if you would rather just watch a stream of text instead of seeing my beautiful graphics and hearing my beautiful voice, then you can do so on the Quidditch Post's Twitter streams, and I'm sure on other Twitter streams as well at the hashtag Quidditch World Cup. We are here at pitch 1. The Snitch has been released. The Belgian Seeker on defense. Australian Seeker looking to catch and end the game, secure that victory. Belgium looking to close the gap between them and Australia before catching and forcing overtime or pulling a win from behind. A Snitch worth 30 points and does end the game. So Belgium looking to score 40 more points, I believe, to get into Snitch range. Belgium looking to score 4 times before Australia scores and before Australia catches the Snitch, so that they can catch and push it into overtime. Number 33 back on the pitch, replacing the injured keeper. And it is no good. The goal did not quite, Quaffle did not quite go through, and Australia has taken it for a keeper ball. Australia on the offense again with the Quaffle, looking to widen the gap, secure that win. Pushing through, and it is a goal. It is 120 to 40 for Australia. Australia really bringing it together and shoring up their defense in the later parts of this game. Really showing that they have adapted to Belgium's play style and have kept them at 40 points for a pretty significant margin of time here. Belgium looking to score again. Pass across the field, just couldn't quite get it to the player. Still maintained possession, but they are resetting for another attack. And the Belgian beater pulling out, and Belgium, it looks like they have decided to go for the cold catch. Cold catch is catching the snitch when you are down by more than 30 points. If you are down by more than 30 points and catch the snitch, your team still loses, but the game is over and you can rest up for the next one and hopefully get a win then. And Australia has scored again. It is 130 to 40. The Belgian seeker pushing hard to get that snitch, but this is a very strong, very powerful snitch. A physical seeking game doesn't work very well against him. So we'll see how the seekers fare. Oh, the snitch has been caught. Belgium has caught the snitch. And it is good. It is a good catch. Belgium with a cold catch for 70 star to 130. Just could not get past the Australian defense on the quaffle game. So we have, the game is over, 130 to 70 for Australia. Belgium with the cold catch ending the game. A very intense, very quick game. Belgium looking to rest up and hopefully recover from their injuries while we wait for the next game, which will be the United States versus Germany.